Getting a new job in recession can be a challenging task. If you are a leader and for whatever reason you're planning to move on, or the firm or organization you're working in is planning to shut down its operations, that's bad news. And if that's the bad news that's headed your way, I suggest you better start planning. Planning to get a new job. Get a job somewhere where it's safer for you and your family. Today I'm going to share with you 3 tips to go ahead and find that new job that will help you survive the recession and bad times. Tip number 1. Find out which organizations are aligned to your strengths. Find out your target company. Not 1, not 2, but at least 3 or 4. 3 or 4 companies that will benefit the most by hiring you. Find out what are your strengths and how you can add value to these target organizations. Once you've identified these target organizations, you need to start looking for opportunities in those organizations. When I say opportunity, what are their pain areas? What are the pain areas? What are the areas where you can add maximum value in that organization? Based on whatever experience you've got, whatever skills you've got, and whatever knowledge you've got. So do in-depth research of that organization and find out what exactly does that organization need from you and you can provide. The second important tip is to sell yourself by presenting the challenges of the target organization that you've already researched, possible solutions that you can bring to that organization in terms of revenue, in terms of cost reduction, in terms of people, whatever way, in terms of market share, how you can add value to that organization. You need to put together a presentation. It's like a business pitch where you're not selling a solution, but you're selling yourself. So once you prepare that business presentation, the third part is to negotiate on the value you bring. Because you need to understand every organization which hires you is basically buying a product or service. It's like selling something to the procurement department, selling something to an organization saying that, you know what, this is what you're investing and this is what you're getting back. If you're paying me 1 crore rupees as a CTC, I bring value worth 5 crore rupees to the organization. This is more like a business deal, a negotiation where you're negotiating the value that you're bringing onto the table for that organization, and in return you're getting a salary and a position in that organization. Don't go to an organization saying that I've worked for these many years and this is my experience and hire me, because they won't hire you. Because if you don't show them the value that you bring, if you don't show them the money, they won't hire you. Either the money or some kind of value, which means could be anything, security for that organization. If you can add to their business, how can you add to their business? So let me quickly conclude what I said. Do in-depth research. Number 1, do in-depth research on the target companies which will benefit most by hiring you. Second important point is to sell yourself through a beautiful business presentation where the product is you. And if the company hires you at X amount, you're promising the company X into 5 or 10 amount within a certain time period. Okay? The third very important point is negotiate really well on the value you bring to the organization. And do remember the negotiation tips where you need to understand what you're really worth and what kind of value you're bringing to the table. So if they say that you're asking too much, 1 crore is too much for us, well, you need to show them that by investing 1 crore, they're getting back 5 crores or 10 crores in about a year or 2. So it's a good deal, right? So go ahead and look for those organizations which will benefit the most by hiring you. I wish you all the best. Stay strong, stay safe. Thank you.